Now, a line capital AB measuring 70 mm has its end A 15 mm in front of VP and 20 mm above HP, and the other end capital B 60 mm in front of VP and 50 mm above HP. Draw the projections of the line and find the inclination of the line with both the reference planes of projections. So here he has given the one end point of the line A and also another end point of the line B. That means he has given the locuses of both A and B, and he has given the true length. So that means the true length of the line will go naturally will going to cut the locus. So once you get that, it is very easy to find out the solution. So first we are going to consider in space. Now the 3 dimension. How we are going to analyze it? So end A is 15 mm in front of VP. So in front of VP distance, when you look from the top view, you can see that this 15 mm in front of VP. When it is projected, that point will going to falls on HP. So this is 15 mm in front of VP is seen here, and you mark this point as small a, and this is also capital A. Similarly, 20 mm above HP. So when you look from the front view, we can see the distance above HP. When it is projected, that point will going to falls on VP. So you are going to get point A dash here. So this is 20 mm above HP. So when these two are projected, you will going to get the point in space capital A. Now, and the other end B is 60 mm in front of VP. So when you look from the top view, this will going to be the 60 mm in front of VP. So that is this distance in front of VP. So from here you measure 60 mm and draw a locus of B in HP. And 50 mm above HP. So this is 50 mm above HP. Above HP. So this is above HP distance is 50 mm is seen in the vertical plane. But a line capital AB measuring 70 mm. So since it is capital AB, it should be the true length. But this true length, the 70 mm, doesn't have any inclination. But we know that always the end point of the true length will go into cut the locus. So with A dash as center, take the radius of 70 mm, cut it on the locus of B in the front view, so that you will going to get this point B1 dash. Then mark this point as capital B1 and write this as the locus of B, because already locus of B is available. So then join A dash B1 dash with a little bit thicker than the projector. So this is the true length in VP, means obviously that line has to be parallel to VP. So this is the line which will be AB1, which will be parallel to VP, wherein the length of this line will be 70 mm. Because this will going to be the height, which will going to be the 50 mm here. So this is the true length. Now he says 70 mm above H, we have given this 50 mm above HP and also 20 mm above HP. So here you can see 20 mm above HP, and from here we have the 70 mm line. So with A as center, by using taking the radius of 70, cut an arc on this locus of B in the top view. So we are going to get this point B2. Then join A to B2 with a thicker than the projector line. So this will going to be the locus of B. So B2. So we know that this is the capital AB2. This is the true length in HP. So the line has to be parallel to HP. So when it is projected, you can see this capital A is here, which is 20 mm above HP, and the B2 is also 20 mm above HP here. So this point will be in front of VP by 60 mm. That is this one. So this is the line in space, the true length line in space. So now we have this line and also this line, and we have projected from here on this line and also from this line. So we have all the true lengths. Now we need to find out the apparent length in the front view and apparent length in the top view. So we know the locus of B in the top view, so obviously we know the front view true length also. So with A as center, by taking the radius of AB1, you rotate B1 such that the B1 point will going to cut the locus of B in space. So that means this B1 will going to take the path from here to here such that it will going to cut the locus of B here. So this will going to be the point which is in space. So this is the point AB. This join A to B with a dark line. So while doing so, when it is rotating in space, this will going to be the path which is traced on horizontal plane. So how to do that? So when AB1 is parallel to VP, obviously that parallel can be seen in HP. So small a is here. B1 when it is projected, it will going to touches the horizontal plane here. So this is the line AB1 which is parallel to VP. That means A is in front of VP by 15 and B1 is also in front of VP by 15. But the locus of B is 60 mm in front of VP. So with A as center, by taking the radius of AB1, we are rotating such that this B1 will going to cut the locus of B in the top view here. So you join A to B with a dark line. You will going to get this is the beta inclination and this is the angle phi. Now similarly, now we want to find out the front view inclination. So we know that this is we have to take the true length in HP. So true length in HP means the line is parallel to HP. When the line is parallel to HP, so we can see the true length in HP. So AB2, this is the true length in HP. So with A as center, by taking the radius of AB2, you rotate the point B2 such that this will going to cuts the locus of B in the front view in space. So that means this is the line wherein when it is projected, it will going to cut the locus of B in the front view at this point. So here we have projected the point A and here we projected the point B. So this will going to become B dash and this will going to become A dash. Then dot this line A dash B dash. But while doing so, what happens? The path traced by the point B2, which is B2 dash, is here, will be with A dash as center. By taking the radius of A dash B2 dash, you draw an arc so that it will going to cut the locus of B in the front view here. So that this will going to be the point B dash, then join A dash B dash with a dark line. So this will going to be the true apparent inclination with respect to HP, and this will going to be the true inclination with respect to HP, that is theta and alpha. So when you join B dash and B, both will going to lie on the same line. So this is your how we will going to be analyzed when you are considering from three-dimensional sketch. Now we will going to apply the same concept and try to solve the problem by using the sketchbook, by using the geometrical instrument. First we are going to draw an XY line and mark XY and mark this VP which is above XY line and HP below XY line. So NDA is 15 mm in front of VP and 20 mm above HP. 15 mm in front of VP is seen in HP. So from XY line you measure 15 mm below XY line and draw a horizontal line. Similarly 20 mm above HP, from XY line you measure 20 mm above XY line and then draw a horizontal line. Similarly NB is 60 mm in front of EP, from XY line below the XY line you measure 60 mm and draw a horizontal line. Similarly 50 mm above HP, from XY line you measure 50 mm above HP and draw a horizontal line, that is the dashed out line, here also and here also. So you write this as the locus of B and you also write locus of B here. Now consider any point and draw a vertical line so that you will going to get this point A dash and this point will be small a, and this is capital A and this is capital A, you mark that. Now we know that the true length of the line is 70 mm long. With A dash as center, by taking the radius of true length of 70 mm, cut an arc on the front view locus point, locus line, so that you will going to get this point B1 dash. Since it is the capital AB, you mark this as capital B. Then join A dash to B1 dash with little bit thicker than the true apparently thicker than the projector lines. Similarly, true length is same in the top view also. With A as center, take the radius of 70, cut an arc on the locus of B in the top view. You mark this point as B2 and write capital B here. Then join A to B2, A to B2 with little bit thicker than the projector line. Now we have the true length in the top view and also the true length in the front view. Now we have to find out, of course, obviously we get the inclination theta and phi. Now we will going to find out the apparent inclination in the top view. Now to find out the top view, first we have to look in the front view. You take the front view true length. So we know that A dash B1 dash is the true length in VP. Obviously that line has to be parallel to VP. So A is in front of VP by 15 mm. So B1 should also be in front of VP by 15 mm. So then draw a vertical projector from B1 dash to the top view such that A is in front of VP by 15 and B1 should also be in front of VP by 15. So then AB1 is the line which will going to be the top view of A dash B1 dash. So AB1 is the apparent length. Now we need to find out the inclination of this. We know the locus of B in the top view should lie on this locus. So with A as center, by using the compass, you measure a distance of AB1 and draw an arc such that this B1 will going to cut the locus at this point, which will be AB. Join A to B with a dark line. So this will going to be the top view. So now you identify this is the true apparent inclination with respect to VP, which will be beta. Now we are going to consider the true length in the top view, that is the true length in HP. The true length in HP is AB2. Now this is, since it is the true length in HP, so obviously that line has to be parallel to HP. We know that A dash is above HP by 20 mm, so B2 dash should also be above HP by 20 mm, then only that line will be parallel, that is as shown here, AB2. Now draw a vertical projector from B2 to the to the front view till it reaches to the locus of A here. So mark this point as B2 dash. So that is A dash is above HP by 20 mm and B2 dash is also above HP by 20 mm. So now this is the true length. The front view of this true length will be A dash B2 dash. But actually the locus of B in the front view is above HP by 50 mm because due to the presence of this true length here. So with A dash as center, by taking the radius of A dash B2 dash, you draw an arc such that it will going to cut the locus of B in the front view at this point. Then mark this point as B dash and join A dash to B dash with a dark line. And then you measure the inclination, apparent inclination with respect to HP, which will be alpha. Join B dash and B, both will going to lie on the same line. So then only your problem is right. So this is how we will be able to solve the solution. But now we need to find out the true and apparent inclinations. The true inclination with respect to HP, which is theta, which is 25.38 when you are doing it in computer, but when you are doing it in manual, it will be 25 degrees. True inclination with respect to VP, which is phi, which is 40.01 when you are doing it in computer. When you are doing it manually, it is 40 degrees. And apparent inclination with respect to HP is alpha, which is 34.02 when you are doing it in computer. When you are doing it in manual, it will be 34 degree. Similarly, apparent inclination with respect to VP, which is beta, which is when you are doing it manually, it will be 45 degree. When you are doing it in computer, it will be 45.36. So this is how we will be able to solve the problem in manual. Now we will go for the stepwise. So here first we are considering the true length in HP. So we are considering the true length in HP, that is B1 dash. We know this is the whatever the locus we have given, A dash, all these things which has been plotted. So here with A dash as center, we are cutting this on the locus of B so that you are going to get this is the true length, which is 70 mm. So we have to find out the apparent inclination in the top view, that is HP. I mean apparent inclination in VP. So you have drawn B1 dash, draw a vertical projector to AB1, which is parallel to VP. With A as center, taking the radius of AB1, you draw a arc such that it is going to cut the locus of B in the top view, B. Join A to B, so this is the beta inclination. So we have phi, that is the true inclination with respect to VP, and true inclination with respect, apparent inclination with respect to VP. So we got this. So that is what we have done. We have taken the true length line and we have rotated the true length line such that this will going to cut the locus of B, projected locus of B in the top view. So that is this point B, you are going to get this inclination. So here this is the beta inclination and this is phi. That is what we found out. Similarly, when you are doing it in the front view, you have to take the top view true length. So we have taken the top view true length and we have rotated the top view true length such that in space that B2 will touch us this point B when it is projected onto the locus of B. So this is the point wherein it is going to touch us. So we are going to get the apparent inclination with respect to HP and the true inclination with respect to HP. So we are considering that when you are doing it in the stepwise, you are going to take the top view, that is the true length in the top view. You make that line parallel to parallel in front view. That is A dash B2 dash is the line which is parallel to HP. So now with A dash as center, A dash B2 dash as the rays, you draw an arc such that it is going to cut the locus of B here. So this point will going to become A dash B dash. So we can measure theta and alpha. So that is what we have measured here. So this is how we will be able to solve this problem, both manually, but examination you have to write only the final solution, but this is only for to have the better clarity we are explaining in detail. So this is also correspondingly stepwise three-dimensional sketch.